Welcome to Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. The Toronto Raptors in town to take on the Thunder. Toronto 4-0, Sherm, for the first time in franchise history. Paul Jones and Sherman Hamilton. And Sherm, that was a professional effort in Dallas. When you think about it, they had a good start, faltered a little, but were able to outscore the Mavericks 16-5 with the game tied at 86 to take that thing home and go 4-0 for the first time in franchise history.
Yeah, you know, the Raptors, I thought, did a great job with a good start. And, you know, you're on an opposing team's floor. You've got to get out the gates and be very confident and try to keep the crowd out of it. It was Dallas's home opener, so you wanted to make sure that you had good energy. They did that. And Dallas did a good job through the middle quarters of kind of clawing back and making sure that they got more control in those middle quarters than the Raptors did. But as you mentioned, the fourth quarter, I thought it started with the defense.
Yeah.
I thought their defense in the fourth quarter, DeMar DeRozan made a great diving play from weak side to break up a pass in the basket, and they got out in transition, were able to score. And to me, that was kind of how they kind of energized themselves in the offensive end. But their defense was consistent. When you're on the road, you've got to know how to win. This team has figured out some things over the first 4 games. They've got to be consistent there. They beat a quality team in Dallas because their defense was there through 4 quarters.
Well, Sherm, that play kind of epitomized maybe the new attitude around defense. Even if the offense isn't going, we can hang in it. And for the 3rd time in 4 games, Toronto's held an opponent under 40%. They did it 11 times all of last year, and here we are 3 of the first 4. But the offense did pick up.
Yeah.
They had terrific performances from Kyle Lowry and Luis Scola, both with double-doubles. And there's that toughness that we were talking about, that Dwayne Casey kind of worried about or was concerned about going into Dallas's home opener. It came through, as you said, in the defense and eventually turned into a win.
Well, it did, and on a night where DeMar DeRozan gets into foul trouble, you need guys to step up, and we saw this during DeMar's absence last season due to injury. Kyle did a great job of really pulling the thing along and taking more responsibility on. But last night against Dallas, we saw him and Luis Scola take that added responsibility, and that 1-2 punch really worked out well. Then it was good to see Luis Scola have a high-scoring game, high field goal percentage game, and still be consistent on the glass. And I thought other guys chipped in. Jonas Valanciunas had impact as well, but they were led by those 2 guys. And the reality is, DeMar DeRozan got his legs under him, got some offense going, got to the free throw line 8 times in that game. And to me, that's how the team has matured. They understand what doesn't work, they understand what does work, but the consistency has been on the defensive side, and to me, that's what kept them in that game.
Well, you talked about the 1-2 punch of Lowry and Scola. There's a 1-2 punch here in Oklahoma City that's pretty good in Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, and Toronto's going to need all their defense and then some tonight against these 2 guys.
Yeah, it's one of the most powerful scoring tandems in the NBA, and, you know, Kevin Durant missed a lot of last season, and the reality is with him and Russell Westbrook, you have a problem.
Yes.
They can both shoot it. 3-point line, mid-range game. They handle the ball extremely well. They're both downhill guys when they attack. And Russell Westbrook is a force of nature. You just don't know how to approach him when he's coming at you with a full head of steam. So these 2 guys score in so many ways, and the Raptors really have to be locked in on them. But the real issue is going to be, once those guys get going, are you going to allow the rest of the team to get flow, or are you going to just concentrate on those 2 guys, because they can really hurt you?
Well, the first of 17 back-to-backs for Toronto. And remember, a couple seasons ago, an impressive win in this same back-to-back against Dallas and OKC. You can see if it happens tonight, 8 o'clock on TSN, and hear it on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.